Millions of years after oxygen transformed Earth, life was no longer simple. The oceans were no longer quiet. Creatures were evolving faster than ever before. Some developed armor. Some developed sharp teeth. Others became deadly hunters. Earth was entering a completely new era. An age of monsters. An age of giants. An age that would eventually belong to the dinosaurs. This is the story of how Earth became the planet of giant creatures. Around 540 million years ago, something extraordinary happened. For billions of years, life had remained relatively simple. Tiny organisms dominated the oceans. But suddenly, evolution accelerated. Scientists today call this event the Cambrian explosion. In a surprisingly short period of geological time, Earth produced an incredible variety of life forms. The oceans filled with strange creatures unlike anything seen before. Some had hard shells. Others had spikes and armor. Many developed eyes for the first time. Predators appeared. For the first time in Earth's history, animals were hunting each other. Survival became more difficult. Evolution became a race. Creatures that could not adapt disappeared forever. The ancient oceans became a battlefield of evolution. One of the strangest creatures was trilobite. Small armored animals that crawled across the ocean floor. Some were only a few centimeters long. Others grew much larger. They became one of the most successful creatures in Earth's history. But the oceans also contained terrifying predators. One of the most feared was Anomalocaris, a giant sea hunter with sharp grabbing limbs and a circular mouth filled with teeth. For its time, it was one of the deadliest animals on Earth. Life was becoming larger, faster, smarter, and far more dangerous. As millions of years passed, new creatures continued evolving. The first fish appeared in the oceans. At first, they were small and jawless. But evolution never stops. Eventually, fish developed jaws. This changed everything. Now animals could bite, tear flesh, and become active hunters. The oceans turned into deadly ecosystems filled with predators and prey. Some ancient fish became enormous. One terrifying creature was Dunkleosteus, a massive armored fish with jaws powerful enough to crush bone. It ruled the ancient seas over 350 million years ago. At this point, Earth's oceans were already filled with giant predators long before the dinosaurs existed. But an even bigger transformation was coming. Life was about to leave the oceans forever. For billions of years, land remained empty and lifeless. Bare rocks stretched across the continents. No forests existed. No animals walked on land. Only silence. Then plants began spreading near shorelines. Simple moss-like organisms slowly adapted to survive outside water. Over millions of years, plants spread farther across Earth. The planet slowly started turning green. The atmosphere changed again. Oxygen levels continued rising. And soon, Earth developed enormous forests unlike anything alive today. Gigantic fern trees covered the planet. Swamps stretched across massive regions of Earth. The world looked alien. Warm temperatures and high oxygen levels created perfect conditions for giant life forms. Even insects became enormous. Some dragonflies grew larger than modern birds. Massive millipedes crawled across ancient forests. Giant spiders hunted through the swamps. Earth had become a planet of giants. Eventually, animals followed plants onto land. The first amphibians appeared. They could survive both in water and on land. These creatures represented a huge step in evolution. For the first time, vertebrate animals were walking across Earth's surface. But amphibians still depended heavily on water. Their eggs needed moisture to survive. This limitation prevented them from fully conquering land. Then evolution created something revolutionary: the amniotic egg. This protective egg allowed animals to reproduce away from water. Now creatures could survive in dry environments. This led to the rise of reptiles. Unlike amphibians, reptiles had dry skin and stronger bodies designed for life on land. They adapted quickly. Soon reptiles spread across Earth's continents. Some became fast hunters. Others became armored herbivores. Earth's climate also began changing dramatically. The continents slowly shifted position. Volcanoes erupted. Deserts expanded across large regions. Only the most adaptable creatures survived. And reptiles proved extremely successful. Over millions of years, one particular group of reptiles began evolving unique characteristics. They stood more upright. They moved faster. They became stronger and more efficient hunters. These creatures were the ancestors of dinosaurs. Around 230 million years ago, the first true dinosaurs appeared during the Triassic period. At first, they were not giant monsters. Most early dinosaurs were relatively small. Some were no bigger than dogs. But they possessed advantages that made them incredibly successful. They were fast. They had powerful legs. Many could survive harsh climates better than other reptiles. Then disaster struck Earth again. A massive extinction event wiped out many competing species. And suddenly, dinosaurs dominated the planet. For the next 160 million years, they ruled Earth. Some dinosaurs evolved into gigantic plant eaters. Creatures like Brachiosaurus grew taller than buildings. Their necks stretched high into ancient forests. Others became terrifying predators. Allosaurus and later Tyrannosaurus rex evolved into apex hunters capable of killing enormous prey. The dinosaur age became one of the most extraordinary periods in Earth's history. Gigantic creatures walked across every continent. The skies were filled with flying reptiles called pterosaurs. The oceans contained giant marine predators. And deep within forests, small feathered dinosaurs quietly evolved traits that would later change the future forever. Because one group of dinosaurs would eventually become birds. Even today, their descendants still fly above our heads. The age of dinosaurs lasted far longer than humans have existed. For millions of years, they dominated the planet successfully. But Earth was preparing another catastrophic event. An event so powerful it would erase most dinosaurs forever. And from their extinction, a completely new kind of creature would rise. Mammals. And eventually, humans. But that story comes next. If you enjoyed this journey through Earth's prehistoric past, subscribe to SIRIQUS and become part of our journey across space, evolution, science, and the complete story of our universe.